Okay. Hello everyone, this is Sonia with Stamping on the Dining Room Table. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Forgot to make sure everything was turned off here with sound, so I apologize for that. Okay. Sonia, an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator with Stampin' Up. If you do not have a demonstrator of your own, I would be happy to be yours. You can go to my webpage, stamparoundthetable.stampinup.net. There you will find a little more about me and what in my events, like when I'm having classes, things like that. You can also look at our products. You could place an order. If your order is less than $150, please use this host code. $150 or more gets you, qualifies as a party, which we call a workshop, and you will get some rewards for that. So don't use this, only if it's less than 150. If you're interested in joining my team and the perks that are related to that, you can sign up there. And this month, through May 31st, if you sign up to be a demonstrator, even if you don't have to do videos, you don't have to do classes, you don't have to sell to anyone, you can just be a hobby demonstrator, which means you just take advantage of the perks for yourself. You for $99, in addition to the $125 items that you get to choose, you get an additional $66.50 worth of our new in colors. So altogether, for that $99, you get closer to $200 worth of merchandise. Any questions, anything I can help you with, please reach out. Okay, if you'd like to hold a workshop of your own with your family, friends, whether in person or virtual, reach out to me and I will help you with that as well. Okay, so this month our annual catalog went live, and I am showing you something from that today. But before I go to that, I just want to remind you this mini catalog is good till the end of June. Okay, so things in here some of them will be going away, so there's a last chance for some of those. Some of the prices on them, some things have been reduced, so now is the time maybe for you to order those if you didn't get a chance to. Some things that are going forward, if it's a bundle in here, which sometimes a stamp set and a die set, or a stamp set and a punch are bundled together to save 10% off the cost of what each of them would be if you bought them separately. If they're a bundle in here, many times when they go on to the next catalog, they're no longer bundled. So if you want to save 10%, now is the time to do that. Okay, and when you go to, if you go online to look at the items, they will tell you what the price now, so that if something has been discounted, the discounted price will be there. Okay, so this week I am, make sure I get to the right place here. I am showcasing the Hues of Happiness suite, okay, which includes paper, stamp and die set, so a bundle, the Glossy Dots assortment. Okay, so I'll just show you. Here is the stamp set. There. Okay, there's a stamp set, and they're all like line drawings and some nice sentiments. And here is the stamp, or the die set. Now I did make up a little storyboard for this, and here's the different sentiments. Sending many thanks for all you do. Congratulations. Happy birthday. You are wonderful in every way. Friend. Wishing you all the happiness you can imagine, and best wishes. And then see the line drawing. So if you want to color those in, you can do that, or you could just do kind of like this. Okay. These are the dies, the die cuts, what these dies cut out. So it cuts out this. So you can see there's the shape of each one that it cuts out. Okay, these little posies and some leaves. It also cuts this out, and one of the things I did want to show you, actually, do I have it? All right, somewhere here. Now, where is it? I just had it. Oh, here. See how it cuts out these areas, but look at it. It does have these little things that are only partially cut, so you can like lift them up, and it just adds a little more dimension to your project. Okay, I haven't used this yet on a project, so that's something maybe Friday with when I do the fun fold, maybe I can incorporate this. I have to think about what I'm doing on Friday and see how I might be able to incorporate this in that. It also has 2 edge dies, or edgelets they used to be called, and they just make it look like basically this is, it cuts off there, so it cuts that off. You could have your paper be as long as you want. So if you want it to look like, you know, it's cut off, pulled out of a spiral notebook, or I forgot what they call it, but those other kind of notebooks that have this type of a binding, you could make it look like that. Okay, so that is the stamp and die set. The paper, let me just see, because I did end up cutting, I think I ended up cutting the one paper, but I'll show you the best I can here with that. But here's the paper. You get 2 of each of these. Okay, so see, they've got these beautiful flowers on one side. 1 second here. And look at this on the other. I love that too. So flowers here. Flowers again. Okay, yeah. So good, right? Flowers. Some little, just layer in stripes, but they're like little plus X's. And then this side and these flowers. And then the one that I cut up, because that's just 2, 4, that was 5. There's 6 of them. Let me make sure I get it. The other one, they have this on the back, and then on the front they do have, I cut these like a little differently. They do have, it's these color, it goes all the way up like this. Okay, so that was like this way. And I use some of those, which I will be showing you here shortly. All right, and then the colors that they recommend in this, for this one, to go with this is Coastal Cabana, Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Fresh Freesia, Gorgeous Grape, Granny Apple Green, Mango Melody, Melon Mambo, Mossy, what's it called? Mossy Meadow, Night of Navy, and Pool Party. Okay, and just to remember that sometimes, because things are, especially like when you have, let me just show which one, like these kinds of things, you may feel that there's some colors in there that they didn't mention. Okay, and if you feel that there's another color that goes well with that, then use it. These are just kind of what they suggest, but you can do whatever you want with them. Okay, and I'm going to show you, this is what yesterday on my Facebook page, which I haven't yet, but I will be putting it here on YouTube as well. I went over those a little bit more depth, and then these are some cards that I made, and I really just used the paper, like cut it. This is that posy paper that was kind of in strips, but I wanted just one color. So since the way they do it, they intertwine a little bit. So I just trimmed along there. This one I just trimmed along the one edge, the other straight, and I used the backs of those floral sheets to just take advantage of these paint swatches, whatever you want to call them. Same here, and then these flowers were cut out of one of the papers there, and using our dies. I just had it here, and then where did I put it? Just to show you that those die, right over here. Like this die, that's what those are cut out with. There's flowers on there that cut out, that this, and this, and it can all cut out. And these 2, okay? Not as many leaves as flowers, but that is something that if you wanted, you could cut those out, and that's what I did there and here as well. Okay, this I fussy cut along the edge. All right, so there's some very simple cards that I made, okay, yesterday. Now for today, getting ready for today, I did two things, and it's a type of paper piecing. Many times you will see people will do paper piecing where they'll stamp something on DSP, and then they cut it out and they stamp like just like an image, or anyway put it together. Like if it was, it's a little bit harder to show with this maybe, but trying to see here, do I have something else I could show you real quick? I didn't think about it. I should have had that here. Oh, here's something very simple. Like if you wanted to make the whale be just, maybe you wanted to stamp the whale and have him be like kind of a little bit crazy on a crazy piece of paper. I don't even know if I have anything. Oh, I know what, if I can, let me just see here. If I still have, I do. Like for example, we fit on here, he just fits on here. So let me show you. I hadn't planned this, and I should have thought this through a little more than I did, but anyway, we'll go for it. And let me just see here. I'm going to use the black. Grab my little Stampin' Pierce mat to give me a little bit better. Oh, wait a minute. He's not the best one to do, is he? Because it's better with the lined one. I'm not even thinking. Oh, darn, now that I did that. Some days, just trying to think, what do I have? Oh, I could do this one. Okay, because this has some line drawings. Okay, so let me just, it's a little bit, this is a little more complicated, but we can still do it, I think. This is from this. I'm just using this one. And if you wanted like her dress, so now I don't need this, but if you wanted to, for her dress, you stamp on, and then what you would do is you would just like fussy cut just the dress. This is a little, because she's got the grass, but it's okay. So it'd work. The grass, and you just cut out her dress. Okay, good enough. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. And then when you, let me just see here. And then you're going to stamp her again. Here. And then you glue this down. Okay, so there her dress is. So this is what most people talk about when, so you would glue that on there. That's what most people mean when they talk about paper piecing. They're cutting out something and then they're adding it, like to give it just a little different look than maybe coloring that in. Okay, and it would just be like, let's do a little bit of this so it will stick on there. And of course you can put it on with whatever, if you want glue like I'm using here, if you want, anyway, I don't have it quite there like that. Well, kind of, I don't have it quite. This part is where her hair was going over there. Okay, so there's her dress. All right, all right, rather than just stamping it, because then it would just look, as you saw before, just all like that. Okay, that's what most people mean when they say paper piecing. But what I did was I decided I wanted to cut this paper in different ways. Now, one of the first things I did, and I'll show you, I am going to put together a card that's kind of similar here in a minute. So what I did was I took the one that was along the edge and I just measured, you know, about what's 5 1/4, because this is 5 1/2. And then I decided that I would just cut that out. This one I put it all the way up and just did it straight across there. Down here you can see it's a little bit fussy cut and goes over the edge, okay? But it's just like this. I just cut that, and then later I cut like a flower just like that out of, and then I added it there, okay? And I this part of the paper I did run through with an embossing folder. So the embossing folder I use for this is the Splatters from the Stars or Stripes and Splatters. This is two, they come together. One does these stripes, one does like splatters. And so what I did, because the paper was bigger, but I knew that this would be hiding it, so I just put the paper, the white paper, in here. I ran it through, and under the paper here, it's just plain, but that covers over it so you don't even know that, okay? And then I just put my greeting on, and I added a little bit of bling. I used the Glossy Dots Assortment that is part of the suite. All right, so that's one way to do it, using this. And then I made another one, and this one I didn't do any embossing on, and it's just a plain white envelope. Okay, I made it using our the Whisper White Thick. What is that? A little bit of hoop on there. Excuse me. Got to bring my water in from the other room. And you can see here, now there's a few here that are still hooked together, but then there's others that I did cut out, and then I just added them. You can see two of the colors there. And again, my sentiment, and then those glossy dots. And I just put a little bit of, some flowers on the inside. Okay, so I'm going to show you now how I did those. So put this to the side, put that over here. So the first one is going to be like I did on that, similar to what I did on the other. That one, I did it on white like this. I know, I did that one. Okay, let me just look again. This one, I did it on white that I then put on the Melon Mambo base. This one, I have the white card base, basic white. Again, it's a thicker one. And I ran it through with the splotches again, splatters. I don't know how well that might show up there. It shows up pretty well for me, but yeah, maybe hold it a certain way, you might be able to see it. And then my plan for this is to just put this right on here. And I'm gonna, because this is square there, I'm gonna line that up right there. So let me grab my silicone mat. Okay. Actually, I think I'm going to put a little bit more, a dot right here. Okay. And I do want this to line up, have the straight edges with the straight edges there. Like that. Okay. And then I'm going to put my sentiment on a little piece of white. I'm going to do it with the Melon Mambo. And if you don't like Melon Mambo for it, you could also do it with, maybe with black. You could maybe do it with the Granny Apple Green that's in the leaves. And I wanted to do This one I think was the one. Make sure, no, wait, where's the other one? I have a couple, oh, nope. Yes, that's for the other, oh, I know, I wanted, is it this one? Yes, you are wonderful in every way. Get the correct one that fits. I cut this ahead of time so I could just, didn't have to fuss too much, I was hoping. Oh, and then I should have had that on here. But I do have a little bit of a mat here, so it may be all right. Yep, it did turn out okay. I pulled this out so I could stamp, and then I put that over there, silly me. Anyway, so then this also, I'm going to put it on a piece of Melon Mambo. So really, what you just need the white to just be, you know, to be big enough to put your sentiment on. Right here, like, and I just try to center it. All right, and then this here, and I think I might pop that up just to give it a little more presence. It could be just flat, just like that. Actually, I might do a third one in the center there. There, like that. Now, if you wanted, you could put another flower on there, a single flower, but I decided I wasn't this time. And I'm going to put some of these around. So let me just see how I want those to be. I think I might put, maybe, if I can get a hold of it. Okay, or you could, you know, put them however you want. But there's that. All right. If you wanted ribbon, you could do ribbon. There is, I don't know if we have any Melon Mambo ribbon, but you always can. We do have the, what is it? This one, the white, and you could color this with your markers. Okay, the Melon Mambo if you wanted a pink ribbon. So for the inside, what I wanted on this, because I wanted to bring a little bit of that Melon Mambo inside, I do have a piece of it to go on the inside, and I'll just show you how I do that. Again, it could be this, it could be a tape runner, whatever you like. And this will go there. And then I'm not going to put an inside sentiment, but I am going to put a little bit of some flowers in there. So I'm going to do like this. And this one, let me just see how it looks if I do it once. And again, yeah, I think that's what I want to do over here. Just to kind of, the illusion similar to on the front where there's two colors. And I may put one more up here. Like they have 3 roses. You can do whatever you want though. If you wanted to have 2 together, you could do that. It's really whatever you want. You don't have to do what I do, just, you know, an example. Just want to clean these off because I want to need them again in a minute. My chamois here. It does stain, but it doesn't, that's still fine. Okay, and this time I'm just going to put, because then sometimes if I just put this little bit on here, oop, I didn't realize I must have had some on my finger, but that's right, it's going to go like this. Up. Sometimes I just put like one little piece of this in the center, just enough to hold it. So, and then when if I want to take it out and stamp something in there, I can, and then put it down more permanently. Okay, so there's that one. All right, now I'm going to show you the other type of paper piecing I did, where I cut out, these I had to fussy cut. These do not have they don't have dies that fit them. And I also wanted to have to run this paper, it's going to go on through embossing, and this time I used the Timeworn Type. Okay, kind of looks like, you know, it was written a long time ago and got over time that it's gotten worn away. All right, so I am going to put this down first, and then I'm going to put my roses, I think they're roses, and my flowers on. So, all right. Be like this. All right, and both of these, the card spaces I'm using are 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored this way at 4 1/4. So when you close it, it's 5.5 this way by 4 1/4 this way. And I just realized I didn't fold that quite right. It's off a little bit, but I'm just going to leave it. And that's what the same size of this is. Then this one, because I just put that on the front. Okay, it's just the one layer on the front. This layer on the inside is 1/4 inch shorter each way. So because the card itself is 4 1/4 by 5.5, the Melon Mambo is 4 by 5 1/4, and this white piece is 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, those are all pretty standard sizes. You just kind of go down, but you can go if you want late. Man, oh man, wait a minute. Do I have my, looks like I need to wipe off my fingers, and I'm not sure where I put my, it was right here. Oh, there it is. Oops, my, sorry. My baby wipes. Okay. All right. Anyway, so people will either do it 1/8 of an inch smaller or 1/4 inch smaller, like so, you know, and that's those kinds of increments. Okay. So now this one I have to think. I already had it planned out. Okay, this was this way. So I was thinking, so this is what I usually do is I like, before I glue anything, I just kind of lay it the way I think I might want it. I'm just going to have that overlap a little bit there. I want to bring it down to the edge of the white because it's like it was cut off there because it was on the edge of the paper. All right, so I think I'm going to have those like that. Then, let me see, these are a little bit smaller. Oh wait, I think I wanted this more like, did I want it more like this? Maybe more like that. Like this. And this one I could pop up here, or I could even put it more behind there if I want. These little ones, I'm not sure what this, I'm going to leave that to the side right now. Just to kind of get an idea. All right, I'm going to start by, right now, I could do the glue. I'm going to, there's that. Now, that's the bottom. I was thinking I might want this just a little bit more like that. Or if you wanted to put it in front, you could and have it. What I think I might do with this, if I put this under here, what you can do if you want with the dimensionals, especially either like cut the edge off there or use one of these small dimensionals, one of the mini dimensionals, and put under this one under far enough that it's not going to show. So it just kind of sits up a little bit. I might put a second one over here. And a lot of times I don't know until I'm putting it together exactly where, if any, where I want to put them, if I want to at all. Okay, so it's more like as time goes on, how do I want this? Okay, I'm going to put the one more right, more like that there. So it's just up a little bit, not a lot. Okay, and maybe I'll do the same over here. Let me just see though how I, so you want to stick to me. Where's my, okay, yeah, I didn't put it all the way up there so I could, and then this one I thought I'd put like that so the greenery shows off to the side. And again, I'm going to just do a little bit of this, or you could do it with the glue also, with the liquid glue as well. It's going to be like that, and I think I'm going to pop this up here like I did on the other side. So one, oh, that's down a little more than I want it. Let me see, right like that. Over here, pull off the papers right there, like that. All right, so now I've got, these are the ones I have left. This I could, if I wanted this here, I could pop that up, which, let me just show you what I'm thinking. If I put that there, I'm going to leave that on for a minute though, the paper, so it doesn't stick. So if I wanted, this could even go like just like that. See, so even though those are popped up, this is popped up even more. Okay, and you could slide even a little greenery down in here to kind of hide that, the white that's there. I would obviously put some glue on the back of that, because you don't want, but kind of maybe more, something more like that. So when that is there, the white isn't there, it's just, look at the greenery. So I might do that. Okay, so let me put that to the side. And I was thinking these, I may do, let me see, if I want this here for the heck of it, do I want these like this? Or now that I've got that little spot up there, I may even want to do these a little more like this. I might do that. I think I'm going to do that, and then I'll put this, which again, this one actually, I was doing them early. I did have the glue, and then I started using the, but you can use either, as you can see, because I just did that. And I am going to put these, put this here, I decided. I forgot how I did do it a little differently earlier, but you know what, when you get, sometimes we have ideas, and then as we get going, we're like, no, I want to do it this way instead. So this is popped up a little here, this is popped up, and this is popped up even more. And if you want to, like, you know, and you can even use your bone folder if you want before you put it down to curl the edges a little, but you don't necessarily have to. Okay. Now, so let me see, I wanted to put my, I'm going to put my sentiment on here. I might want that white just a smidge smaller, but I'm going to put, so if I put this here, let me just make, because that also make more sense when I put the, where I put the flowers. I got some different little flowers here. So for this, I wanted to, this was the one I was going to say, this one. I am going to do that with Gorgeous Grape. Okay, and that's going to be just like that. Wishing you all the happiness you can imagine. Put this to the side right now. Okay. Now I may need to, didn't think, I forgot I might need to, do I want to, I think I do want just a smidge off the side here. I'll take my bigger ones to hopefully keep it straight, because sometimes it's hard to cut, and I don't think I got it crooked. I can see right here. There, that's a little better. Oh well. Now I got it too short from when I wanted it. That's okay. Just like that. Good enough. All right. And this, because those are popped up, I'm going to put this down flat. Okay. This is going to go here. Now let me play around with these other flowers. Which I think I may put them kind of like that. And then I do, look, I've got these tiny ones too if I want. Can even put those around. I had a third one. Hopefully it's still here somewhere. But anyway, I'll do these first. So one I'm going to put, let me just think here. Yeah, this one I'll put down. If I can get a hold of it here. It's going to go just like that. And then this one I'm going to put on a, actually I think I'm going to do a couple little ones. I think they seem to be just a little bit thinner, not quite as thick as the full big ones, but I could be wrong. But to me they always seem a little thinner as well as tinier. Like that. And I had 3 of those. Do I still have 3 of them here? Did I lose one? May have lost one. Dot. Put that there. Oop. Ah, wants to stick to me instead of the card. There. There. Whoop. And of course, maybe fell. But I can add, I either will find it or I can cut out another one later. I don't want to take the time right now to find one to cut, but I did have 3 of them once upon a time. Oh wow, it'll turn up later. And then, before I want to put that away yet, I want to stamp this. I'm going to, on this one, instead of the purple, I think I'm just going to do these yellow. 1, 2. Because there's so much purple, I think I just want, actually, I think I'm going to do a littler one here. Maybe, where is it? Oh, there it is on my finger. Since I know I grabbed it. Do those 3. Probably the third little one will either go there or there, depending on where it looks best. All right, and I'll do that before I... Ah, here it is. I could just barely see it through that before I put glue on it. Do I want it there? Or do I want it over here? So I think I want it up here. There. That's what I decided there. But again, if you make it, you can do what you want with it. And for the inside of this, with my that one, do I want? Let me do this one. Where's the, right here. Okay. Like that. And maybe one more right up here. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to do, and I didn't bring out any, and again, just so later I can, whatever I decide I want from, if I want to put a stamp a sentiment in there, I can. So there's that. couple of, so, and what I did was, and I may add these little, these are really actually little pieces of leaves. Whoop. And see, in my little, I have a little baggie here that all the flowers that were cut out are in there. What's this one? Oh, this one can go in there too. Okay, so whether I did them, whether I fussy cut them, whether I did them with the dies, I just put them all together. So then they're all set to go when I have, when I'm going to make a card. So here's the ones from today. And hope you like that. Oh, I better just wants to, probably because I have the extra paper in there. It doesn't want to lay as flat. There, it's better. There. Okay, so just the plain white in there. This one, it gives it almost a similar look to this, but it's got that extra. I like to do that because I feel like it makes it adding that extra layer of the thinner. And that's like, even though this is the thicker, this is the regular base, regular weight there. Just gives it a little more presence. When you feel it in your hand, I just like the way it feels. That's a lot of time. I like how it looks, and I also like to have a little more substance there when someone's holding the card. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. That's the thing. It's one of the beauties, right? Making your own cards, you can do them however you want. So there we go. There's those. Now I'll bring the other ones over here that I made getting ready for today. So let me just do this. Do it this way. So see. I don't know if they'll all be in here so you can see them all. I'll take a look. Sometimes it's hard for me to... There, I think they're all... There we go. So you can see all of them. You move them this way just a smidge because that's almost out of the camera there. All right, so there you go. There's my floral offerings for today. And if you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up. If you've not subscribed, I would appreciate you subscribing. And if you are a subscriber and you click the bell, you get a notification whenever a new video comes from me. Okay, so thanks so much for watching. I'll be back on my Facebook channel Friday afternoon with a fun fold using these flowers. So hope you'll be able to join me then. Thanks so much for watching, and until we meet again, happy crafting. Bye-bye.